The opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints expressed on today's radio show and their guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints of Easy Way Broadcasting.
Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, text, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley.
Good morning, everybody. Radio Boomers Live. Reatha, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Here we go again.
Good morning from lovely, rainy California.
Hey, Reatha, I think we're kind of catching up on the rain deal here because everything's really turning green. I have a new lawn in my backyard, so it worked out okay.
It's beautiful in California. The grass is green. The sky is blue. The good thing about rain in California, the sun comes out even when it's raining, before, during, and after. So it's just beautiful here.
If you go up in the mountains, you have to be careful because they said a lot of people were getting stuck in the roads up there because the tow trucks couldn't get to them because all the snow. They got just snowed in, and they sat there.
Oh, I know.
What do you do when your tow truck can't get to you? I mean, but anyway, Reatha, we had a really enjoyable.
I carry lots of water in my car. I carry lots of water in my car all the time, and snacks usually. But if you're going up to or from the mountains, definitely bring lots of things to keep warm and water and food.
Reatha, we went to the Royal International Miss California pageant yesterday. It's going to be on the Easy Way TV network, and Sharon Doyle invited us, and Eric was the judge. It was really a nice pageant, first class. Very nice, very talented girls. So you'll be able to see that. You'll be able to see that, and
awesome. Well,
I think.
Well, that takes us up to our hot topic.
Hot topic time.
Ripped from the headlines, today's hot topic.
Well, everybody's talking about Jussie Smollett. For people who didn't know who he was before, that don't watch Empire, they know who he is now. He's a handsome, talented young man who is making charges that he was jumped, called racial slurs, homophobic slurs, all kinds of things, and now the tables have turned. They're saying that he may have staged this whole thing himself. They arrested two guys. The guys apparently are singing like canaries and saying that they were hired. Now, they haven't out and out said that yet. They're still investigating, but it does not look good. Jim, I don't understand why anybody would commit a real crime in 2019 when there are cameras on every building, people watching everywhere, people with their cell phones. It's crazy to me.
Unbelievable.
We should be at zero crime at this point. And to stage a crime, they knew who these guys were from a blurry picture. They traced down that where they bought the rope, supposedly. All of this is alleged. But all of this happened in just a matter of days. They had all of this stuff tracked down. The old song from the old TV series, if you don't have the time, don't do the crime, don't do it. Especially true today. Everything you do is under not only a camera, but a microscope almost. I even have one of those Ring doorbells, so I can see who comes up on my porch, and it does photograph everything that happens in a pretty wide range in front of it. So I hate to think that a crime was perpetrated on Jussie. I hate to think that he made it up. So it's a lose-lose situation no matter how this goes down. But that's definitely what everybody is talking about. Jim, what's your hot topic for today?
Totally agree. England is, every alleyway is covered there. They have cameras everywhere. Well, we got White House suggests President Trump may veto any congressional disapproval of the border emergency, and that's basically what's coming up. He didn't get his 5.6 from the Democrats, so if he declares it a state of emergency, he'll have funds, but there's going to be a lot of opposition to that. A couple of 100 miles of border wall should be completed by 2020. So the president defended the emergency declaration, according to his Chief House Advisor, Stephen Miller. So the White House, what they're doing is they're kind of borrowing from one entity with this emergency move, and they're looking for about $8 billion in currently appropriated funds, so they have to do a little shifting around there of the funds. Border Security wants the wall, and 5.6 is basically a tiny little figure in the overall budget. So I think the Dems should let it go. The Border Patrol people seem to want it. Sixth grader charged with a misdemeanor after refusing to cite the Pledge of Allegiance, and he refused to stand. And then it turned out to be when they told him you got to stand with the rest of the class, there's little disruptive behavior. The student refused, so it just went on into a little issue. And we'll see what happens with that. If maybe he follows suit with some of the football players, who knows? Can you eat your way to better mental health? Well, yes, according to a study in Australia, the study showed improvements in psychological well-being after increases in fruits and vegetables. That's kind of par for the course that we hear. Push-ups and heart health. Studies show over a 10-year study research report. What it showed was fewer signs of heart disease-related issues among those who can complete a greater number of push-ups. In 2017, Congress moved forward in the largest overhaul of U.S. tax code in 30 years. But now the changes did not take effect until 2018, which is now time to do the 2018 taxes. Many are confused, so before going ahead with some of this, if you do them yourself, I would double check. Stephen Curry, All-Stars fame, ended the game with you got to check this out, a dunk shot. Not a regular dunk shot. Nobody passed him the ball. He already had the ball. He threw it down on the floor. It bounced way up in the air. He jumped up, caught it, spinned in the air, and dunked the ball. And that was for the winning shot. That's pretty impressive. Google, Facebook, and Apple to face the European Union digital services tax. That's kind of a big thing. It doesn't sound like much, but you're talking a lot of money. The Commerce Department on Sunday provided White House its long-awaited report on whether to impose double-digit tariffs. Now, the problem with this is it's on imports of vehicles and auto parts to the U.S. That's coming to the U.S. And the problem is that might it's taking the industry a little bit into deeper uncertainties. So we'll see what happens with that. But Trump's trying to balance this trade imbalance. Good news for the home loan business. The rates, 30-year rates, are in the low fours. And that's the kind of stuff people like. So rates, that's about all I have time for right now, but that's always good news for the economy when rates are low, you know?
Absolutely.
And, you know, it was 9% when I originally bought back in 77. Look at here, we are 40 years later. This is amazing. It's a good time for people to buy if they're thinking of buying, they're young. I mean, 4%
Absolutely.
rate, that's good.
Yeah, just finding anything that you can buy. That takes us to our first commercial. Let's hear from our sponsor.
Commercial time. Yep.
Are you tired of doing business the hard way? Is building your business taking too much time and energy? We can help. Introducing your ultimate solution, EasyWay Business Membership. We're a full-service digital marketing solution specializing in branding and marketing, advertising, and introductions to CEOs and influencers that can help your business thrive. Problem solved. Now you can hire our award-winning team to work for your business. We've received many prestigious awards, including the Digital Trailblazer Award by Hollywood Weekly Magazine, and we've been recognized by Congress. For just $11 a day, you'll get more exposure, reach more clients by next month, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You pay one low annual fee of $4,000. and you'll receive consulting, branding, marketing, advertising, social media support, product placement, and business introductions to help your business grow exponentially. And if you need more, we offer SEO, commercial, TV exposure, and much more for an additional rate. To recap, for just $11 a day annual membership fee, you'll receive branding, consulting, business-to-business introductions, advertising, and social media support. But don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers say.
We've been working with EasyWay Eric for the last 6 months, and literally we are slammed with work for 2 months straight, so his marketing definitely works.
To learn more, visit easywaynetwork.com or contact us at 877-399-2929. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook at EasyWay Network, Twitter at EasyWay Broadcast, and YouTube at EasyWay TV.
Boomers Forever Young is really making a name for themselves as an exciting nutritional company with products that really work. People from all over the country are starting to take notice. Their whole-person approach to health and wellness, combined with their unique array of powerful natural health products, are setting them apart from all the other companies in the nutrition industry. Their customers love the one-on-one free consultations and the results they experience. Sound a little too good to be true? Then go online to boomerboost.com today and sign up for a free consultation with a product specialist, or just give us a call at 1-800-861-4609. Again, that's boomerboost.com. Or call 1-800-861-4609 to join the thousands already experiencing the benefits of Boomers Forever Young products.
And are you still booming with your Boomer Boost?
Reatha, I'm hanging in there. The problem with this New Year's resolution stuff is we're all gung-ho, and it fades away. It just drifts away, and all the vegetables sit on the shelf, and the Boomer Boost sits there. But, this stuff works. So I'm sticking with the Boomer Boost, and I'm trying to pop an orange once in a while, do an orange or an apple, whatever. I'm just trying to stick with this thing, because it's important, especially after 60. You got to work on it. So that's
I've been doing pretty good with my new regimen, too. So we're going to be healthier in 2019.
Yeah, we'll have a report at the end of the year, see how this is working.
Okay. Well, our guest today is a very special guest. I know we're going to hear some theme music. He's my only person I know with his own theme music.
There is a rollout theme. We've got the one and only Eric Easy Zuley. Eric's going to be coming on with us and give us an update on what's going on in his media empire here. And there's a lot going on with EasyWay Phone.app is what we put everything into, the EasyWay Wall of Fame, EasyWay Tube, EasyWay TV, EasyWay Cares. I mean, there's so much. Eric, you on with us? Okay. All right, we're looking at the board. All right, so Reatha, we're just going to cover some of the bases till he pops on here. And
okay.
Reatha, are you on the wall, Reatha? I think you are.
I'm not on the wall. I don't think I'm on the wall. Last time I looked, I wasn't there.
Oh, I think you are, but I don't know. Maybe we'll have to check that out. So, Reatha, this little pageant, Reatha, this pageant was interesting, and these parents. I mean, the kids do, but the parents put a lot into this because a lot of these parents weren't from down the street or a couple towns over. They fly in with their kids to do these pageants.
These pageants are a big deal, and the lower level pageants don't even have big prizes. You have to move up the ladder to the higher level pageants before you even start really winning big money, big scholarships. So it
and there's so many.
Parents a lot of money.
A lot of money.
And there are different levels. You start off at the local. Yep. It might just be a very small pageant, and then you go up to the next level, which might be the county-wide. Then you go up to the next level, maybe state, then national.
Can you guys hear me? Hello.
Hey, Eric.
There he is.
There he is.
I'm
Mr.
sorry,
Easy.
guys. I was on the phone with, people that we
were
talking to and connecting with to make it better and better for the EasyWay family out there that's listening.
Rocking and rolling. Well,
which I love
we
so
give
much.
you a lot of credit. I got to lay the foundation down. You guys, some of you have no idea when you see a certain entity, like an iceberg. You see this thing out of the water there, but you know, like 95% of it is underwater. Well, when you see all these programs Eric puts together, Easy Way TV, Easy Way Tube, what goes on to put that together is unbelievable, the work he does on the computer, in the phone calls he makes and the research he does. So I give you a lot of credit, Eric. You are very resilient. You hang in there through all kinds of adversities and challenges in today's world with media and glitches or whatever happens. You just keep going and you're putting it together. People are very impressed. So what's going on with the Wall of Fame here?
Thanks, Dad.
Eric, I wanted to mention before you go, congratulations on the Royal International Miss California event last night. You were a judge and you did a nice introduction. That went well.
Yeah.
How did you like being a judge?
Yeah, that was actually the second time being a judge. Shout outs to Women of Achievement Beauty Pageant. That was my first time. It was a lot of fun. I love supporting young talent. I was given a lot of gifts and blessings, so I want to definitely bestow that upon others. And there was a lot of young talents there, and it was a very well done production, well done show. Going back to the Easy Way Wall of Fame that you mentioned, I want to tell everybody about the Wall of Fame Awards. The Easy Way Wall of Fame Awards is coming up. We've officially done our deal with a major country club situation. It gives us access to about 200 country clubs in the United States, and so this is a private location, private country club. We'll be doing these with awards soft launch, I guess say the soft version, with champagne and steak and chicken and salmon and all that stuff. And we'll be honoring some of the amazing heartpreneurs and Easy Way influencers that we deal with that have supported us for quite some time and have supported others for a long time that are on that wall. And Reatha, I heard you say that you're not on the wall. You're on the wall. You're on page 4 or 5. Yeah, you're definitely on the wall. And if anybody doesn't know what the Wall of Fame is, it's kind of like getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Speaking of Hollywood, I'm speaking to the owner of Hollywood Weekly Magazine to officially be a supportive entity, which is in Barnes and Noble and 7-Eleven, and they're national and international right now, and as well as Influential People Magazine, Bennett Unlimited PR, and World Prosperity Network, and all these different organizations, Fan TV, Women on TV, Voice America, all these people are supporting the wall. And so it really is a pretty big deal to get on there as far as exposure goes, and empowering you and your business, and empowering you to be able to help others.
Where'd that idea come from? Creating it, because it's very clever, because it's digital today, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame has been around for a long time. I think Reatha had her star put in there back in 1938 or something. I forgot. Just kidding. So anyway,
well, the idea came from I was sitting on a toilet. I was standing on a toilet and I fell and hit my head, and the flux capacitor came to my mind. And no, okay, that was my man Christopher Lloyd, the doc from Back to the Future, which is actually on the wall as well.
Yeah.
Now the idea, I just I see all these honoring ceremonies, and I see all these things, and obviously I thought of what's the most historic thing that makes you an icon, that makes you a legend. It's etched in stone, and it's always there for all time. And I thought to myself, well, why can't you do that digitally? And I think it's a big task to take on, but I think that God has blessed us a lot with a lot of influence, and there's a lot of people getting behind it. So it's just a way of spotlighting and highlighting and appreciating.
It's beneficial. It's beneficial for them to be on the wall too.
Yeah.
Oh.
But what's cool about the wall is it's not just for celebrities. It's not just for people that have a certain amount of credits that make them a celebrity or an actor, or whatever you have to do to get on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's for people that have hearts like celebrities. It's for influencers or people that want to be influencers. Anybody really can get on the wall. It really just depends on the amount of, we call it give back credits, that you're doing, whether it's charity oriented or it's just giving back to an individual that and that's trying to make some things happen, and you're sharing them on social media. There's a lot of the Easy Way fam that's on the wall right now that really are not celebrities and don't have a lot of credits and stuff to their stature yet, But to me, and I feel that they are celebrities because they're always sharing, they're always supporting, they're always hitting it, you know. And then we have a membership. You guys saw the commercial, and you know, and so there's different benefits that you get. But really, these are my friends. These are people that have supported me for a long time, and they appreciate what we're trying to do. And
they may not be big celebrities. They may not be the Clark Gables, and well, for our generation. But
don't get me wrong. The big celebrities are on that wall, like the creator of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Christopher Lloyd, like I said, Anthony Anderson, Vincent.
I know there's a lot of big stars on there.
Yeah,
but it's nice to give credit to people that are stars in their own right too.
Definitely, we just put Brian Smith, the founder of UGG Boots, so there's a lot of business stars that are on there as well, and he'll actually be there, you know, getting honored at the event. You know, Frank Shankwitz, creator of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We're actually getting a lot of confirmations. If you go to Facebook and you look up Easy Way Wall of Fame in any way, you'll see the award show that we're planning and we're putting together right now. And speaking of award shows, we're doing the Oscar event with Wardar Studios. We've officially kind of come on board with them, and it's going to be a big event at the Beverly Hilton coming up. Reatha, I hope you're planning on coming. Well, you don't know about it, but you do now, so you're obviously VIP there. Anything that we're doing with Easy Way, and there's a lot of really strong names, and you know, Charmaine Blake is PR in there, Kelly Bennett, and so the Oscars are coming up, so we'll have opportunities for that. All you guys got to do is text. That'll be exciting. Yeah, all you guys got to do is text Easy Way to 55678, and if you guys are on our list, if you guys are in our circle, in our Easy Way family, you're going to be receiving text messages asking you permission, saying, hey, this is what this is going to do, and we're going to just create ways to really make you guys know in an easier fashion, hence the Easy Way, an easier fashion.
And then you created the digital handshake, people like that. It's like moving things because people are communicating digitally.
I'm glad you're bringing that up, Dad, because the digital handshake effect really is just working like crazy. I mean, and I do Easy Way on the go, and I bring you guys with me as I'm doing my thing the Easy Way, and that's what that is. And when I meet people, I'm introducing them. Like I'll give you, for instance, one of our members, Cheryl Angela, we're branding her right now as the Harppreneur, and she's already an established person that plays the harp at these amazing events. And
I remember.
we just got her, you know, an introduction to a potential job that'll be a piggyback effect of many jobs, and that's with one of the resources that's in the Easy Way family. You know, same thing with Christopher Williams, the Cornbread Booking Agency. We just got him a big client, got him a job.
I like Chris.
I mean, I can give you guys testimonials and case studies all day long of what Easy Way, the membership, is doing. Yeah. And so many people are happy. They're just sharing this thing and spreading it like wildflower. And, you know, we're growing a garden.
Wildfire.
It's fun to just thumb through the wall, too. That's might be why I miss myself, because I was so busy looking at everybody else.
Yeah, you got lost, Reatha. Well, see, and that's the thing is, like, what resources do we have to help your business, to help what you're wanting to do? Well, if you go through the wall, like, for instance, Laura Cheshire, she's a good friend of mine, and she's one of our Easy Way Wall of Fame influencer kind of partners. It's one of the biggest barter trade companies that you can get involved with, and you can get an attorney or a mechanic or anything. Everybody trades business on there. You know, Allison Hildebrandt Larson with the Speakers Coalition, and if you want to get on stages and things like that, and you're going to see more and more producers like that. We're going to have so much access to the stages, you know, not to mention we have the multimedia strength to strengthen you guys. So there's a lot of owners of networks like Jeff Spinard, the Voice America, and Shay Vaughn, the owner of Women on TV, and I mean everything's on that wall. And we just added the Pointer Sisters, Bonnie and Anita Pointer. If you, I mean, you got the boomers out there, the baby boomers, and so there's a little bit of everything on there, and it's really, that is the digital handshake effect. You can connect to these people, you can reach out to them, you can check them out, and through me, I can actually make it happen. I'll actually make that introduction happen. I can't tell you how many people that contact me now to see something on Easy Way and say, you know what, I'd like to reach out to that. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that. But I'm the filter. You know what I mean? I'm the qualifier. I'm the one that makes sure that it's not wasting either party's time. And so if I contact somebody and say, hey, this might be a good thing for you, they will take the time. I mean, we just connected an investment with a big film situation. You know, and I'll probably be a producer on a big project coming up. And so that's the digital handshake effect, is because you're doing it digitally either on the phone or you're doing it on a live stream, or you're doing it by blog or social media.
like there's a big wheel, and on this wheel you got the television, and then you got the online media, the social media networks, the blogs and everything. Then you got radio. All this stuff's turning, and the Easy Way format is like the hub that it's all hooked to, and it's connecting everything.
Yeah, speaking of radio, I want to make sure all the listeners know that we're now on iTunes. So you can download all these podcasts on iTunes. I think there's over 400 shows now, and we're close to 700,000 listeners. And we're now submitting to iHeartRadio, which is going to be picking it up and distributing pretty soon too.
Wow.
And so it is
iTunes,
really growing. And shout outs to Scott and the whole Plowman Radio show. They're on FM radio. I think it's 89.5. And more people are coming on board to pick up these stories and pick up these blogs. Mm-hmm.
And when you reach out, it's amazing. Matt Jadell came by last night to the event. Bill Brown stopped by, and
that's another
Mary
thing too. That's another thing I've been noticing. If there's an event, and we put a text out, a little blast on social media, or we put a blog out. We had at least 15 of our Easy Way family there, and people I didn't even know were going to come. And they're coming up to me wanting to take pictures and stuff. And so the system is working. We also have a magazine, which is going to be a yearly publication, and that magazine is going to be beyond incredible. I look at it like kind of like a digital Forbes type style magazine, which is going to have the Easy Way Wall of Fame influencers. They're all going to become contributors. There's going to be opportunities for the Easy Way family. And all of you guys, anybody that's listening, is our Easy Way family, unless you do something to be kicked out the Easy Way family. You know what I mean? And and you know where I'm going with that one, Reatha. But so Easy Way family always has opportunities with us, and these are platforms. These are media platforms. These are strong situations that empower your situation. The magazine is going to be beyond incredible.
Platforms. Yeah, they are very powerful platforms.
We're getting the stages, the multimedia, the magazine's going to, like I said, beyond incredible. We have publicists that are starting to get behind the situation. Press releases are going to start going out. The blog is getting highly, highly ranked. We have four different SEO teams that's pushing the website stuff, and everything really is on ericzuley.com. And, if you go to About, you'll see all of the links, the Easy Way debit card, the events, the promotions, the radio, the TV, iLaunch TV, and our distribution, which is now on a mega, mega platform to billions. And God, I give it all the credit to God. God's just smiling and blowing his kisses our way.
It's amazing how it grows. Well, Eric, like we used to say, 2 tells 4 tells 6. That was the old days. Now it's 2 tells 400 tells 60,000. It's crazy. And if somebody wants to play a game, they don't have to go across the street and play with the kid across the street. They can literally pick up their phone and play with some kind of game with a kid from France or Germany or something instantaneously. This is unbelievable.
Well, and the reality of it is it's all about quality, not quantity. So I would really actually I'd rather have 5 people tune into my live stream that potentially want to buy something or actually want to refer something
quality
and actually
people.
Business happen versus 5,000 people that just are there watching. And that's what we go after is that quality on behalf of our clients.
The audiences are growing, and we appreciate you coming on because I know you're busy doing a million things. But thank you much for stopping in, and we have our plan set up. There's so much stuff for 2019. It's amazing. And,
all right, guys. Well, I appreciate it. I love the Easy Way family. I love you, Reatha. I love you, Dad. And
thank you,
the Family Film Awards. We just did a live stream announcement with the he was really kind of a partner with Dick Clark and executive producer with CBS and the Family Film Awards. So they've officially announced me to be one of the hosts on stage at the Family Film Awards at the Hilton, the Universal Hilton Hotel, September 30th. So that's another one coming up. All right, thanks so much, and talk to you guys soon. Keep doing it the easy way.
All right, sounds good.
Eric, always great having you on this show. Always great to hear what's going on. He's always so busy.
Go. Yeah, he's nonstop. He loves to help.
He is one that the youth is not wasted on the young. He uses all that youth energy. Well, guess what? It's time to have
Carmelita's Corner.
And then we're on to Carmelita.
Looking forward to it. And Carmelita always has interesting guests, Reatha.
Always.
There we go. Commercial. There you go. Carmelita's Corner.
are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the Godfather of Soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. All right, that's what I'm talking about. I have a wonderful guest lined up for you today. She's a very special person in my life, and I want to introduce you to her now. She's from Austria. She has had a luminary career as a celebrity photographer. That's her mainstay. She has photographed some of our biggest stars, including Elizabeth Taylor, and on and on and on. She is an award-winning member of the former Thalians, which was founded by Debbie Reynolds and Ruda Lee. And she's also been a very loyal and long time member of the Rose Breast Cancer Society, and she's been honored by the Jeffrey Foundation. And now may I introduce to you Traude Winik. Good morning, Traude.
Good morning, Carmelita.
All right. Oh, there's some applause for you too, Traude.
Thank
Did you hear that?
Thank you for the applause, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
one of the
reasons I invited you to be on my show today is because you have a birthday coming up on the 23rd. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's correct.
Yeah, well, I want everyone to know how valued Traude is in the community, especially the Beverly Hills community, because I saw a photograph of you in one of the issues of the Beverly Hills Courier, which I happen to have a copy of. And I know they treasure you. You've also had your own column. Can you tell us which newspaper or magazine that was?
It was in Santa Monica Outlook. It was a German paper, and I was working for Jack Rock Production called Seasons, a supplement of Daily Time for 30 years.
Oh, yes, the Seasons magazine.
Yes. And it doesn't exist anymore because Jack Rock died, and the publication was canceled. So, I'm not working with them anymore. I'm still in touch with his wife, but we're all getting older and things are changing,
Well, I prefer to say getting wiser. And vintage, as Herb Jeffries used to say, and the wine always gets better, right?
Yeah, right. I'm not sure about people.
Well, anyway, you have had quite a life. Because you're a member of the Rose Breast Cancer Society, I have a file of all the members, and you gave me your bio some time ago, so I was just able to go to the file and pull it up. And there's so much here. Have you decided to write your book yet, or have you started working on it?
I started writing about it, but as life, happens sometimes, health goes in your way, and I had a couple of strokes, and so I'm not haven't continued, but I'm still doing things and writing and memorizing, and I have friends like Alice the other day. She invited me to her foundation to party, and so life goes on, and I'm glad that you called me, and you saw some of my work.
Oh, yes, I know. Your paintings, they're outstanding, oil paintings. And I know that, your computer is not up now, but your announcement, I put up one of your drawings that I received from you of Luciano Pavarotti.
Luciano Pavarotti, yeah.
Yes, and I know that
he's a friend of mine.
He's a good friend of yours?
He was. He stayed already for 10 years now.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the time flies.
Yeah, time really does fly. Well, he's been
really.
one of our premier opera singers, and I know you're a big you're a big opera buff. I know that, and you also yourself have been an opera singer.
No, not opera. I sing in operettas.
In the operettas, yes, right.
And in Santa Barbara, the Lobero Theater in San Clemente, and locally, of course, at the Wilshire Bell Theater, which is located at Wilshire and Lucerne. And we performed Fledermaus and Merry Widow and Splendid Spies, Student Dreams, and all that. And it was very well received in the public. But the organization, it was called the Hollywood Operetta Society. They have closed down too, because the organizer, who was actually Viennese and sang at the Zurich Opera in Switzerland, and she came to America and married a Beverly Hills man, and she opened her own organization called Hollywood Operetta Society. And I was lucky enough to be part of the society and to perform, and I really enjoyed it.
Well, that sounds like a major chapter in your life. I know you were
several chapters. Yeah, I'm very happy with the opportunities I had, and was able to take advantage of it and contribute.
Right, and that you did. And you shared with me a very beautiful photograph of you in a swimsuit. I'm telling you, you really, really rocked the boat. And that photograph is so gorgeous of you.
Which one?
You're sitting. It looks like you're by the water, or it's outdoors, by the ocean or something like that. Maybe it was a lake, but beautiful photograph of you. You know, you and Gloria, you guys have really gotten around. I had Gloria Berlin, for the audience out there in Radioland. Gloria is also a member of the Rose Breast Cancer Society, which is a living memorial. And she also was active with the Thalians. Can you tell us about the Thalians? It was founded by Debbie Reynolds and Ruta Lee.
Yes, Debbie Reynolds was the president. Ruta Lee was the vice president. And I was a member for 30 years. And
oh, my goodness.
One year I was the one who was donating through my work most of the whole year. So I was honored for that. And there was in every alien's book, of course, my pictures. And Lana Turner used she loved the picture I took of her, and she said, this is the most beautiful picture I took of her than anybody in 20 years. And she has her own book out, and my photos are in her book, Lana Turner.
Well, you have taken photographs of so many of our major stars, like Elizabeth Taylor, and that's just one of them. Yeah, and I can see why, because we were privileged, our organization, to have some of those photographs that you took during our big events for the Rose Variety Art shows. And your work is different than the other photographers. I mean, you have a clarity, you know how to frame the picture, to give the subject the best angles. And you were very quick at capturing the moments. I know sometimes you have grabbed me and say, come on, let's go now. If you see a big celebrity, a big name or something, and you know how to maneuver and make it happen, So I really thank you for all of the service that you've given to us over the years, and of course everybody else who's out there, in the Hollywood world or the society world that you've been so much a part of. Are there any special stories that you could share with us about some of the times that you've had out there in the with the high society?
Yeah, I was invited to a birthday party in Vegas. I did a cousin of the famous airplane. I forgot his name now.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, I can't remember his name now. It's very well known. Has his own airplane and airport.
Well, you know what? Is that the one that you're talking about, Howard Hughes? I saw something in your bio about him that you did a photo session for him, a special event that he had.
Right. Oh yeah, and his girls.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Well, there's this beginning of your book, as it says about the author. It looks like the beginning of your book. You did mention, some of the others as well, some special occasions, and you've done many things. Here's one account where you were talking about Stuart Granger. I don't know that the audience is that familiar with that name, but I am. And it talks about how you were in a private home in Brentwood, and he was complaining about the fading fame, of being a movie star, or when Cary Grant at an MGM party at Chasen's compared you to Sophia Loren and he said, quote, but you are younger and prettier than her.
Yeah, this was the MGM party at Chasen's, and I knew, everybody knew he dated with Sophia Loren. So I said, my friends tell me I look like Sophia. What do you think? You know her? He looked at me and he said, you're younger and prettier than her. I said, no, don't say that. I saw her, He said, no, it's true.
Well, I tell you, that is quite a compliment because anybody who has seen Sophia Loren, she is the cat's meow. She's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And for her to think that you were even more beautiful, that is quite a compliment. And I have to tell the audience, I have taken photographs of you too, Traude. We switched roles. I took a photograph of you about a year ago when you were at the home of Gloria Berlin, and I posed the two of you by each post there, the white post. As you drive up to the front of her home. And you were standing in the forefront, and Gloria was standing behind you. But the two of you have maintained your beauty over the years, and it's just amazing. Just amazing, and I can see why Frank Sinatra fell in love with her. Oh, my goodness. It's just amazing. So what is your secret? Can you tell the audience what is your secret to staying so beautiful?
Actually, I think I got it from my mother. I inherited her skin. And then it's the spirit and your heart keeps you young. And being active and inventive and happy and giving happiness. That makes you really go, and stay young.
Well, you know what? I think attitude has a lot to do, with your outlook. What's on the inside, so important.
Of course, yeah. Oh, yes. I brought joy to many people.
Yeah, well, that is so great. I like the saying to maintain an attitude of gratitude. That has a lot to do too. When you're happy and your cells are happy, then like I said, what's on the inside comes forward on the outside too.
That's right. That's true. I really believe in this.
Well, listen, on that note, Traude, and I'm so happy to have you as a guest today on my radio show, which is a part of Radio Boomers Live on Easy Way Broadcasting Network. And is there anything you want to say to our audience before we say goodbye?
And I wanted to know, do you still have your own organization?
Well, I want to continue to maintain it. I know it's been a while since we've gotten together, but we do stay together as a network. We stay connected in that way. We haven't had any major events in a while, but I've got a show coming up, March the 14th. At the Gardenia Club, which I hope you'll come out and enjoy that. I've got top musicians. I'm so happy and so proud to have them. And I'll be talking more about that on the next show coming up. So,
and don't forget, I live actually very close to your house.
Yes, that's true. Yes, so we definitely want to see that you have a way to be a part of that. So remember to put that on your calendar too. March the 14th at the Gardenia Club. Okie doke. Thanks, Traude.
You're
welcome. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Always intriguing, always interesting. Love Carmelita and Carmelita's Corner. And I think we're going to go straight to tech
cell
time.
phone, PC, Mac, tablet, iPad. That's right. It's tech time.
Well, today I'm going to talk about Mac versus PC. Now, a lot of people don't know what the difference are, but they're both computers. A PC stands for personal computer, and it generally refers to a computer that runs on a Windows operating system. And that's the major difference between PCs and Macs, the operating systems on which they run. The PC is also defined as an IBM-compatible computer because that's what it used to really was compared to. And the architecture is based on the IBM microprocessor. And there's a number of different operating systems that are compatible with PCs. The most popular, of course, is Microsoft Windows. And then there's some others like Unix and Linux and FreeBSD and Solaris. Now, most people have a Windows PC. On the other hand, the Macintosh is commonly known as a Mac. That's the brand name that covers several lines of personal computers designed, developed, and marketed by Apple only. The Mac is the only computer in the world that can run all the major operating systems, including Mac OS, Windows, Vista. So you can run all of the same systems on it, but it's still a Mac, and primarily the operating system is Mac OS. Macs and PCs both have dedicated followers. I'm a Mac person. And, they say once you go Mac, you'll never go back. Well, that's kind of how I am right now. And each type of computer has its own strengths and weaknesses. So I'm just going to go over a few of them quickly. The Mac definitely costs more. Computers started about $4.99 for the Mac Mini, about $8.99 for the MacBook Air, and about $10.99 for the iMac all in one. But those are for very basic computers. By the time you put on software and add a few things, bells and whistles, a few programs, it's a lot more out the door pretty much. When you compare a Mac with a PC, the PC comes to about 40% cheaper than a Mac. And you can even build your own computer if you're looking for a PC. Apple has to make your Mac. Macs are only distributed by Apple Inc. PCs are manufactured and distributed by literally hundreds of manufacturers. like HP, Toshiba, Dell, Lenovo, Samsung, Acer, Gateway, all kinds of products at all different price points and ranges. There are not as many games available for the Apple, but for the most part, you can run all the same games and programs on both the PCs and the Mac. The difference being with the Mac, they control what games and what programs by their PC app store. Their Apple App Store. The PC store, you can write your own. You can put it on your PC, and it'll probably run and probably work. Everybody uses both types. Both of them are multilingual. Both of them have different but similar type programs, like for doing photos and iMovie and GarageBand and Pages for the Mac. PCs have Microsoft Office, Internet Explorer, Media Player, Media Center. So they both can do pretty much the same thing. Overall, I have found the biggest difference is most viruses are targeted towards PCs. And that's why I don't use the PC. I do a lot of stuff on the Internet. I go places I shouldn't go on the Internet. I buy things I shouldn't buy on the Internet. And that means I get viruses. So I use a Mac because there are fewer viruses that target by the Mac. I did get a virus recently on my laptop. I did have to run some programs through, but I've had my same Mac for way longer than I should keep a computer. And this is the first time I've really gotten any viruses on it. So you need to know what you're buying your computer for, why you want to use it. And a lot of people don't like switching over. It's not that hard to switch over. I did it. But choose wisely which you want, and definitely the price point is the consideration. That's my tech time for today. Let's move on over to Jim.
Okay, baby boomers, it's time for Jim from Jim.
Very interesting, Reatha. I love that tech stuff. I'm just jotting down little notes here. I've been getting some requests. Where are the baby boomers, the retirees? Where are they putting their money? And you definitely want to put it in the right place. You know, you want to be careful and not fall for somebody that calls you up and gets you involved in a situation where we hear stories about, people that are retired. You know, they're 60, 70, even 80 years old. They have a couple $100,000, and they slowly start investing with someone that's not really legitimate, and they lose their money. Well, here I found in Investopedia.com the top 10 investments for baby boomers. So I'll go down the list real quick here. U.S. Treasuries came number one, ultimate and safe, reliable investing. Number two was certificates of deposits, or CDs. They have the feel-good factor, giving your money to the bank. Low interest rates, but it's safe. Number three is unit investment trust, UITs. The UIT often comes with little fanfare, generally not as profitable for people, but they're basically easy to manage. Number four is a managed sub-account with a registered investment advisor, putting at least a fanfare, a party or portion of your liquid net worth into the hands of a trusted investment professional is the single best choice for most people. All right, five is life cycle funds. They are meant to change over time, becoming less risky with their investment. Investment plans, or DRIPs, is number six, DRIPS, allows investors to have their quarterly dividend checks automatically revisited into a single dividend-paying company. Number seven is one of my favorites, but it's good and bad. You got to watch what you're doing. You can make a lot of money and lose a lot of money. Real estate. Real estate decisions are not to be taken lightly. That's a fact. And if The saying I got, if you want to give God a laugh, tell him your plans. Or if you want to make money in real estate, follow what I do the opposite, you'll be fine. With the luck I have. Real estate decisions are not to be taken lightly, and most investors should strongly consider consulting advisors before moving ahead with their transaction. Location, 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 guys. And before you think of single-family investments, think of multiple units. Reatha's variable annuities allows investors to hold on to what is essentially an insurance policy. Do it while you're young. All right, number 9, individual retirement account, the famous IRA. All of your 401k assets should end up in either a traditional or Roth IRA shortly after you head out the door from your last job. Number 10 is called the wild card. Anything you enjoy can potentially become a good investment opportunity, such as paintings or fine art. Know what you're doing. Classic cars, that's a big one. I fooled around with that. Sports memorabilia, be careful on that one, but that could be good. Coins and collectibles seems to hold its own, or start your own business. The coins and collectibles thing, when there's issues with the market and this and that, those coins seem to really hang in there. So, you can look into that. That's kind of fun, too. So anyway, Reatha, there you go. I know you have piles and piles of old coins sitting around there, but that's the way it is. You got to be careful when you invest.
I do actually have some coins. I have silver dollars that my grandmother left me.
You got the Morgans?
But no, that they're all wrapped, and I don't want to unwrap them, so I don't really know what I have or what they're worth. But she wasn't collecting them based on that. She just got silver dollars, so who knows?
Uncirculated.
They may or may not be worth something.
The silver is hanging in there, and the older ones.
It is. We lose you, Jim?
The Morgans, and it's kind of fun, collecting these coins. Hey, Reatha, are you still there?
Yeah.
Reatha.
Can you hear me?
Did I lose you?
I can hear you.
I know what happened.
You can't hear me?
Okay.
You pushed the mute button, didn't you?
No, what I did, Reatha, I have a new technology here with these headphones. I couldn't hear you, but, don't erase coins. That's a little thing. Some people, they kind of try to clean them. Be careful of doing that. You could lose some of the value. And
I know. That's why I leave them in the wrappers.
Here's one of the, I wasn't thinking. I had a jar, an old jar full of quarters and mostly dimes, quarters, nickels. And, I mean, this thing's been sitting around forever, 40 years or so. And I thought, I don't need these coins. I'm going to make some room, and I'm cleaning. I just went down and dumped them all in this change thing, right? And boy, the money was rolling.
Should have checked them first.
Yeah, and I'm thinking they were sitting there for 40 years. That means a lot of them were 20, 30 years older than that. So anyway, you got to really think. And that's the same thing I did. Oh, okay. Reatha, we've got a kind of a special caller that came in. I'm going to get him on real quick with us. Bill Brown. And he was at... Bill, you on with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Thanks for coming on, Bill. Hey,
yeah.
Bill Brown. Bill Brown's a mover and a shaker, and we try to get him on the show every time we can because this man knows business. He knows the educational system. And, Bill, Reatha's on with us. You remember Reatha, of course?
Oh, absolutely. She's always beautiful. I always see her every place, and I hope
well, thank you,
to see her at that event in you said in March.
That's right. And we saw you
and
last
of course
night,
I saw
Bill.
Jim and Eric last night. Always busy, always doing. I was doing some community work, and Jim was in and out, and always taking some good time to go to church. That's always
running
a good example
right.
for all of us.
Absolutely. I had to cut out, go to mass. That was
fantastic. And actually,
Bill, you give him
I know
credit.
It was
real nice.
Yeah.
I was really impressed. last night.
Yeah,
you know?
it's absolutely a nice event, and of course Eric made it actually more special by interviews and people. And like I say, I was in and out, but there's an event coming up. I certainly want to invite and offer some tickets.
Right. Tell us about that.
Courtesy of us. Yeah. This is an event that's happening on Friday. Starting about actually starts about 8:00, but people will be showing up as early as 4:00 to meet with the African Union ambassador to the United States at the Saban Theater, and we all know where that is. The Saban Theater that's had many events with Eric, the Arts and
Bill, I remember
and
that
Peace Awards.
Do you remember the footage we have of that last one a couple of years ago? All the ambassadors from Africa, their amazing, clothing they had on. It was really impressive, these outfits they had. And they started coming on the carpet with their wives, and at first they were a little stand, but they enjoyed it. A lot of interesting people. It was a great event. I think it was about 2 years ago, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, and this is of course everybody being there. But this event kind of kicks off a little musical journey to freedom. It's called 400 Uhuru Rising, and Uhuru in Swahili means freedom, and it's just kind of looking back at the 400 years, 1619 to 2019, and this was actually something that the Congress and the Senate and the President actually signed a bill. One of the things that everyone could agree on, and it's like I said, it's going to be. It should be a fun event and a good educational kind of moving event. That's on Friday, like I say, 7:00 to around 9:30, 8:00 to 9:30. At the Saban Theater, 84. Yeah, Saban, 8440 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills.
I remember that.
And all
and how do you
people,
get tickets?
Our special listeners, as you and the family, just need to give me a call. Go text easy to 55678, and just let me know that you're RSVPing and you're going to be there, and I'll make sure you have a ticket.
Oh, cool.
And the regular tickets, right? Regular tickets can be looked at and gotten at tickets.400 Uhuru Rising, and that's UHURU Rising.com. But again, just text EASY, spelled out, not the easy, the famous EZ, but EASY, and 55678, and I'll make sure that you get a ticket. And of course, hopefully, as you know, the schedule of Eric right now, but if he's available, certainly we'd love to have him stopping by with everybody.
Text Easy Way to 55678. And maybe we carpool, Bill.
Just easy. Okay.
Just easy. EASY.
Oh, okay.
Right, EASY, and to 55678, and just RSVP. Let me know you're going to be there, and I'll make sure that you have a ticket, and no problem.
Maybe we carpool.
Yeah, carpool up there. It'll be.
What do you think, Reese?
Like
you going to make it?
Tony,
I'm going to try.
Okay, Kenny Lattimore is going to be singing.
Oh, wow. Maybe I
Kenny
should bring
Lattimore.
a camera, huh, Bill?
And, it's a camera event. Little red carpet by Carla Gordy. And but everybody, of course, you guys are, say if you bring a camera, you're always welcome to getting some good commercial airtime from KJLH right now. And one of the kind of the sponsoring nonprofits, of course, is somebody that Jim and everybody knows really well.
Cool.
The Better Vision for Children's Foundation, and of course endorsed by Stevie Wonder. So
cool.
Again, looking forward to seeing everybody. Really, this is kind of a kickoff of education and kind of a reconciliation of sorts. I mean, the play is kind of a musical journey and also a narrative about just people coming together, people letting their past, differences to go to the side. And it's been 400 years, so let's move on to some greater space.
Do you think Tom will be coming down, or is he maybe not?
Yes, I'm gonna make sure that Tom is there. So absolutely.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Tom, you got to remember, Tom's 90. For our listeners, Tom Carmelita is the founder of the Help I Fall, I Can't Get Up Medical Alert and the Better Visions for Children Foundation. He's 94 years old, and he's kind of broken a little bit.
He's doing pretty good. World War II veteran, and some people feel like if it wasn't for his group there with the MIT, we might not have come out of that war on the right side.
I took him down on a Midway Carrier and showed him around. He said he hasn't been there in like 70 years, and we actually
he loves that. I see that every time he goes over. We play that video.
Yeah, I got him in a dance circle, and he actually danced. 70 years after the war, would he ever imagine that he'd be back on the Carrier dancing? And the girl came out and danced with him. Everybody was filming him. That was fun.
But he loved that. Bill. And, of course, you know, he took the trip on the Queen Mary from New York to he was actually on that ship when they did say just borrowed it, used it, whatever, and took the Queen Mary back. He was
amazing.
Actually on that ship when it went over. So a lot of history there, and we wish him all the best and good health. But, I'll make sure he's excited about going, absolutely. And he wants to do so much. He's a guy 93,
Thank you for jumping on, because I know you're a busy guy. And unfortunately, Radio Boomers Lifetime is... We're wrapping up, and we'll be seeing you shortly. How many events have we been to together, huh? Holy smokes, between you and me, Reatha and Eric. Wow.
We've been starting to add them up. It's wonderful. Always,
it's always
you're
interesting.
A bundle of energy. I mean, you have some energy. Absolutely.
I'm just trying to keep up. But thank you, Bill. And,
thank you.
We'll be seeing you.
Seeing you. Wonderful show today. Learned a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, Carmelita's got some great guests. Eric was on.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, we'll see you. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So
bye-bye, Bill.
About time for a wrap, and we appreciate all the Radio Boomer Live listeners, and go on our archive shows. I mean, we have retirement tips, health tips, some investment tips. There's all kinds of stuff and great guests. So go back, just scroll through and check out all the stuff. Go to letter E, letter Z, easywayphone.app, and then you can go find Radio Boomers Live, and Reatha and I talk about all kinds of stuff. So, Reatha, I guess it's time to roll up and roll along. So, what do you think?
We're on overtime.
We're on overtime.
We're on overtime. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. We'll be back next Monday morning, 10 a.m. right here on the Easy Way Broadcasting Network.
Yes, indeed.
Have a wonderful, wonderful President's Day, too. Happy President's Day.
Happy President's Day. I forgot to mention that. But keep moving, keep active, keep the faith. Till next Monday morning, Reatha and I'll be here. God bless.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, Star Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the Easy Way Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.